I've been thinking recently, do we even need to use sidechain for drum and bass? Because I mean, with house and bass house, of course you want it for a clearer mix, but you also want that pump, that rhythmic effect. And with dubstep, there's just so much bass and sub-bass information, so you want your kick to absolutely punch through, so you'd use sidechain or something along those lines. But I feel like with drum and bass these days, the relationship between the kick and the bass and the sub-bass are just so spread out that they don't really clash. So it's got me wondering, do you even really need sidechain? So where I'm going with this is ultimately think about the style of D&B you have and whether it needs sidechain or not. I'm going to test this out over 3 different styles of drops: liquid, melodic, heavy. I'm guessing liquid won't need sidechain. Melodic, a little bit of multiband sidechain, and the heavy, there's a lot of bass information there, so you probably will need a sidechain. But yeah, my overall aim with this video is to get you to think before you just slam sidechain on absolutely everything. I feel like I'm making this video for me because I throw sidechain on absolutely everything, so it's a good little reminder to be like, do I actually need it? 3 examples: liquid, melodic, and you could almost argue they don't even need sidechain. Everything's punching through. Let's test this. We need to figure out the relationship of the bass and the kick. Because hypothetically, if we throw sidechain on our bass from the kick, it's kind of more for the rhythmic effect rather than the clean mixdown effect. I mean, yeah, you could use a little bit of sidechain, but what can really showcase this is the match EQ with Ozone. Man, Ableton needs like a match EQ, or to show like 2 different audio spectrums at the same time. There's plugins for this, but yeah. This is our bass. Overall, our bass. So that's roughly the frequencies it's occupying. Let's chuck this on our kick now, and capture the kick. Orange is sub bass and blue is kick. There's a little bit of an overlap there, but our sub bass is just so low compared to the kick. And you can use your ears in here as well. They're barely clashing. The kick just sits so much higher. If the kick was sitting lower, let's change this to complex. So if the kick was sitting lower, it's not super clear, but I want to overlap it with that bass note. Yeah, now it's a proper kind of overlap, and it's not really sounding crispy, it's not really punching through as much as the higher pitched kick. Kind of gets a little bit lost there. So yeah, look into the frequency spectrum of your kick and your sub bass. See if there's a bit of an overlap there. There's like a clear distinction between the two. Might not even need sidechain. Let's move on to the melodic drop. We've got a bit more happening with this one. There's more frequencies, there's more harmonics, etc, etc. Bit more bass information. So we can use the match EQ again. We'll clear that, clear that. Way more happening. Remember, our liquid bass was literally just around here. This has got a whole bunch more to it. So that, and then let's see what our kick is doing. Yeah, there's quite a big overlap. So for this one, it might be necessary to use sidechain, but I'm going to use multiband sidechain because I only want it to affect certain areas of this bass. And another reason I don't really want that massive ducking effect for this bass, this whole drop as a whole is meant to be full and just in your face. So if we do sidechain, it's going to just drop the volume. We don't want that. We want it to drop specific frequencies. So we want to make room for the kick, and this is how we will do it. Sidechain from kick. And we'll just dial in our compression like normal. You can see the kick starting to come through, get some gain reduction. I'll just exaggerate that so you can hear the kick. Not bad, but everything else above it stays unaffected. So if you're hearing through headphones or a subwoofer, you can clearly see like the little duck in the sub. So little bit clearer as well. But of course we can take that a step further because it's multi-band sidechain. We can, where's the guitar? Occupying kind of similar frequencies to the snare, so we could sidechain this from the snare. Bit of sidechain. If we want that snare to punch through. Could even drag this on the lead as well. Yeah, happy with that. With 10 out of 10 recommend multi-band sidechain for more melodic kind of styles of bass music, I guess. Sounding clean. And lastly, let's check out our brutal savage drop here. And you just can already tell the kick and the bass are going to be overlapping. You can just hear it. Oh, by the way, all these little drops are from my construction kit drop pay. Equilibrium, link will be in the description. Plenty more where that came from. Yeah, it's just a massive overlap. That is a massive overlap. Kick is getting a little bit lost, so we may actually want to use sidechain here on the bass from the kick. Too much dark. I reckon this is going to be a cheeky ass sidechain, just like. So a little bit of. I think it's super subtle, but it just gives the kick a little bit more of an edge to just punch through the mix. So yeah, just consider that when working on your next D&B track. Does it need sidechain, multi-band, or no sidechain? Just have a little think before you slam sidechain and everything like I do.